Hi, I'm Nando Reynolds, and now we're going to go through our stretching sequence. So this is primarily a modified sun salutation from yoga. If you've got a yoga mat or a pad, it's going to be easier on your knees. So we start by stretching on up. The hands are clasped this way. They go on up this way, so you've got a little bit of a wrist stretch. And notice that this kind of stretch is different than this kind of stretch. And what we're doing is this. The pelvis is dropped, so you're arching up, stretching, and you can turn like this, one way to the other, get that stretch. And then we bend at the hips. So I'm bending at my hip joints, my back is flat. I use my hands back here to augment or to pay attention to the flatness of my back. I can have my hands here, which puts a little bit more weight in my lower back. I'm stretching my hamstrings, but I'm also strengthening my back here. And I can be in this position, which is called foundation, which is a searchable term. You can look for that on the web. This is also really strengthening for your lower back, for the back of the core musculature. So this is very helpful. And then coming on down, bending the knees, putting the hands on the ground, and moving one leg back. You may need to reposition a little bit. If you're attached to a wire, you may need to reposition your wire. Okay, so we're in this position here. The stretch is from one knee to the next. And you can have your hands down on the ground or on your knee or up in the air. And we're holding each one of these stretches for about 10 seconds. Just enough to breathe and settle into it. But you don't have to stay here for a really long time for a maintenance level stretch. Then the hands go down, the foot goes up on the ball, the foot again, and in this position, dog down. So here we're pushing our heels down, we're extending all the way out through the palms into the fingertips, and feeling the stretch throughout the back side of the body. Breathe, relax. After you've been here for a while, go ahead and lift one leg and really push that other heel down so you're really stretching. I feel it a lot in my calf here. And you could have this foot here, you could have the foot just off the ground or here, wherever. But it gives you an opportunity to just really stretch that one calf and then switch. Now stretching the other calf. Breathe, relax. Try and maintain your angle so that your back is straight, so the bend is really in the hip joint. And then both feet down again. We do a diving push-up. Coming here into Cobra. Drop the pelvis onto the ground. Lift the center of the chest. Bring the heart and the lungs forward. Keep the chin tucked. Don't arch your neck. So extending through the crown of the head, breathing. Getting that nice counter bend in your spine. While you're here, if you've got the energy for it, this is an easy place to do some push-ups, right? So you could throw some push-ups in there. Otherwise, we'd come back down to the child's pose, sitting on the heels, and maximize the spread between your fingers here. So you're stretching your palms out wide. Breathe, relax. And then bring the other leg forward, so you now have the mirror image lunge of how you started. Again, we're stretching from one knee across the groin to the next. And you can start with your hands on the ground. Then if you're comfortable, you can put your hands on your knee. As you get comfortable in that, you can have your hands up in the air. And while we're here, we might as well do our splits. So if you're comfortable here, you can do the splits like this. If this is difficult for you, you can do one side at a time. We stretch here like this. As I turn my torso in this direction, I get even more of a stretch here in the hamstring. And I can do that on the other side. Again, playing with the angle here just to really enjoy that. Then this is a hurdler stretch, which you're already in position to do. So you might as well, if that's comfortable for you. Again, we're just holding these stretches for about 10 seconds. And then we can change and do the stretch on the other side. Again, hurdler stretch here. And while you're down there, if you like, you could do the pigeon, which is this stretch, which is upright like this, or you can lean forward like that and be a dead pigeon. This is an alive, alert pigeon. And then switch. So you're here, got that, alive, alert pigeon, droopy, dead pigeon. Okay, and then we come on back to this bend. Again, flat back, hands could be here, your knees don't have to be locked. So you can get a nice stretch in your hamstrings even if your knees are unlocked. And here, you can go back to foundation. You can bend your knees more, reach for the sky. Weight on the right side, reaching with the right. Weight on the left side, reaching with the left. Reach, reach, wider stance. Stretch to the side, just breathe and hold that, relax. And then the other side, just breathe and hold that side, nice and relaxed. And back. Okay, and if you like, you can do your hands. So the hands go this way. This is for the wrists. So this comes from Aikido, and we stretch 3 times this way. Once, twice, 3 times. Then thumb down, thumb on here. 3 times this way. Twice, 3 times. Thumb down, thumb here, once, twice, 3 times. And then palm faces your shoulder, thumb between the little finger and the ring finger, grabbing your wrist and twisting it a little bit as you come down. You know, in Aikido, they're grabbing each other's wrists and throwing each other with the hands and the wrists. So they do these stretches to strengthen. Really good strengthening exercises. Okay, and just shake that out. All stretched out. Feeling great. Good job.